let's see. We got a great show for you folks here tonight. Anything you want to mention, Paul, before we get rolling? I guess Bob Seger's not here, is he? I checked outside. He's not here.
He's not?
Not here. It's twice now, Bob Seger.
Rosie Vella, though, came at the very...
Rosie Vella is here, a lovely woman, and for my money, we'll be just as happy with her.
I'm thrilled about it. Bob called today, though.
He didn't call
Seger
anybody.
Called me. Called me at home. He just wanted to make sure that I understood the very complicated circumstances.
Well, now, why did he call me?
Well, I don't think he could get through to you.
Boy, it's hot in here. It's so hot in here. Why is it so hot in here?
A little warm.
It's so hot people can't talk. Well, it's because what? Because the Mets won.
Ah.
So this building is on the same circuit as Shea Stadium, is it? Terribly hot in here. Yeah, Bob Seger won't be with us tonight. He was supposed to be here 2 weeks ago, and he wasn't here then either. And then he said, no, I'll come and do your show tonight. And he's not here tonight.
He called, though, and he said he wanted to make...
I went to see a show at the Garden. I enjoyed it, had a great time. Paul
I was there.
The show at the Garden. He had a great time, but Bob won't be here tonight.
He wanted
to be here.
You want to make sure you realized, that it wasn't, it was just one of those complicated
No, I know
showbiz.
Exactly what it is. It's deadbeat musician behavior. That's exactly what it is. So, and I like this man. I enjoy his music, and we were all looking forward to having him here, but he won't be in. Can you beat that?
He'd never done television,
Well, so what? This is not real television, for heaven's sakes. We're not talking about the Ed Sullivan Show or anything.
Should have mentioned.
Let's do a top 10 list and try and put this ugliness behind us, shall we? Boy, my ears are burning. It's too hot in here. 1 more degree and I'm calling off the show. Here we go.
A little more water on the coals to get a good steam happening.
From the home office in Milwaukee, a top 10 list. A top 10 things I will never say on this television program. Boy, it's hot. Goodness, Lord almighty, it's hot. Dave Letterman's top 10 things I will never say on the show. Here we go. 10, you were great in cabaret. 9, I was watching Give Me a Break the other night. 8, is this ascot too colorful? 7, so Paul, how long will you be in the service? 6, let's just let Wendell wing it. 5, ladies, this one's for the upper thighs. 4, watch for Dave's Tater Huts opening all over the country. 3, give me a big hug, you crazy half-breed. 2, well, lamb chop, how have you been? And number 1, the number 1 thing I will never say on this show, once again, the world's fastest hypnotist. I feel better now.
Taking a little oxygen?
A little, I have that little condition, and...
No wonder Seger didn't show up.
No, I wish he'd been on the show. This deeply depresses me. This guy, we've been trying to be on the show, actually, 5 full years, and he has not been able to do it. We had him tied up 2 weeks ago. He was going to be here.
Had a cold that time.
Had a cold. Yeah, he had a cold, but it didn't stop him from working the garden that night.
You went. Well, he had
I went there, and I had a great time. We had a very nice time. Looking forward to seeing him here. Weren't we all looking forward to having him here?
He just doesn't understand, the logistics of our show and how we work in a small studio.
What is there not to understand, Paul?
Well, that we don't usually... Well, that we don't have, it's not like Don Kirshner's rock concert or anything anymore. And
no, wait a minute. That was the blueprint for this show. What do you mean?
You patterned this show after Don Kirshner's rock concert?
It's so hot. I'm almost in tears. It's that damn hot. We're doing tonight, this is great. This is great. Now, this is the kind of thing we love to do. We have members of our studio audience. They get up, they tell us what they would like to see on the show, and we do our best to provide it. It's called Who Asked For It. Let's get right to the first participant, shall we? How do you do, ma'am? Nice to see you. What is your name, please?
My name is Lauren Beatty.
Warren?
Lauren.
Lauren, nice. I bet you get kidded about that a lot, don't you?
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah. Where are you from, Lauren?
I'm from Newport, Rhode Island.
What do you do up there?
Well, actually, I work here in the city now at Macy's in New York.
Oh, that's nice. Nice to have you in town. What can we do for you tonight?
Well, I'd really like to see some Mets footage, like the home run Lenny Dykstra hit last Saturday.
Oh, that'd be great, wasn't it? That was a miracle in the, was it the third game, bottom of the ninth, Lenny Dykstra?
That's right.
Okay, that stuff is very, very expensive, but I think we can get some of that. Hal, roll that clip of Lenny Dykstra putting the one out on Saturday. Okay, this will be exciting out there at Shea Stadium. And wait a minute, that's Paul having breakfast. I'm sorry, it's some kind of a technical mix-up. I'm sorry. We'll try and clear that up for you, Lauren. Please forgive me. Who's next up there? Yes, sir, what can we do for you?
Well, Dave, I've seen you a couple of times in the past throw your pencil through the window behind you, and, well, it looks like fun. I wondered if I could come down and give it a try.
Sure, if I can try out your accent, why not? Here we go. Let's give you a pencil right here.
Oh, no, man. I didn't mean your wee pencils. I mean a big man-sized pencil.
A man-sized pencil?
Aye, there you go.
Oh, okay, a man-sized pencil, sure. How about a drum roll? Anton, a little drum?
That'd be great.
Right okay, now don't hurt yourself, for heaven's sake. Here we go. Thank you, man. God. We've won awards for this crap. Who's next, please? Oh, how do you do, ma'am? What is your name, please?
My name's Joan Daly.
Hi, Joan. Where are you from?
I'm from Rochester, New York.
And what do you do up there besides book tours?
I'm a school teacher.
Nice to have you here. What can we do for you, Joan?
Well, it's my understanding under the new General Electric regime that your budget has been tightened. I was curious as to what you were doing to cut costs.
It's a good question, Joan. You know, actors cost an awful lot of money, so I guess the main thing we do is we try to use fewer extras on the program. For example, if you use the same person twice on the show, you only have to pay them once.
Oh, really? That's very clever.
Oh, good. Thank you very much. Enjoy your stay. It's so hot. Whew. Yes, sir. What can I do for you? Oh, look at this.
Yeah, hi, Dave. I was just wondering why you don't have more ventriloquists on your show.
Well, you know, frankly, we don't think that this is the proper forum for ventriloquism.
Well, maybe you haven't seen some of the younger ventriloquists just coming up.
Yeah, but, you know, correct me if I'm wrong, but don't they usually do the same old stuff that we've seen 1,000 times before?
No, actually, the new ventriloquists have developed some techniques that are quite amazing.
Well, you know, I think they would be great on variety shows. By the way, what do you do for a living?
I'm a furrier, Dave. Thanks anyway.
Great. Thank you very much. It is hot, isn't it? I think we have time for one more gentleman. Yes, sir. What is your name, please?
Billy Rahal.
Hi, Billy. Nice to have you here. What do you do for a living?
CPA.
Where do you work?
Indianapolis.
Indianapolis.
Yeah.
And so you have some time off? You came to New York?
Yeah, just came to New York for the week.
I guess the spring is really your busiest time of year, though, isn't it? Around tax time?
Yeah, right around tax time.
Okay. What can I do for you, Billy?
I'm a big fan of the show, and I'd really appreciate if I could just kind of shake your hand.
Gee, now that's awfully nice. Come on down here. You know, I've been thinking that we need to make more personal contact with our viewers because, you know, a guy can do a show, but let's face it, if there's nobody watching, then what's the point of doing a show? So, no, I think that's great. Here you go. Thank you very much. Nice meeting you. Take care. Bye-bye. That's all right. Bye-bye. Relax, relax. Okay, we'll be right back, folks, with Jay Leno.